Were you always interested in vintage clothing, or
Loved it. Oh yeah, my prom dress was my grandma's that I cut up.
Of course.
You know, all that kind of stuff. Because no one's ever going to have the same outfit as you.
That was my prom dress. Welcome back to By Request. We received an email from Beth Peller in St. Catharines, Ontario. And Beth wrote, I would like to be more eco-friendly. I separate my garbage and I've switched to the low wattage light bulbs and so on. Do you have any good tips?
Well, we all want to be more green, but nobody has done it classier than our next guest, founder of Preloved, a clothing company with a difference, Miss Julia Grieve. Thank you so much for being... Hello. This is very interesting to me because it's true. We all think of saving the earth in other ways, but let's talk about clothes and what you've done here.
I mean, clothing is a great way. Everybody can do their little part. Everybody wants to do their little part. I mean, I call myself the accidental environmentalist.
Yeah, I love that.
You know, I started out as creating a fashion company, trying to create really fashion-forward clothing, but I would use vintage clothing, used clothing as the fabric.
Were you always interested in vintage clothing, or is
Loved
this
it. Loved it.
Okay, so
oh yeah, my prom dress was my grandma's that I cut up.
Of course.
Like, you know, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Because no one's ever going to have the same outfit as you.
That was my prom dress.
Oh yeah, was that yours?
Yes.
Oh, I bet you look fantastic.
Well, so how has your business grown since it started?
Well, I mean, it's really taken a turn. We started 16 years ago, so we now have 3 stores here in Canada, so 2 in Toronto, 1 in Montreal, and then we're wholesaled worldwide. So we have distribution through Asia, through Europe, we're carried at Anthropology, we're carried at Home Renfrew.
Gosh.
It's...
Where do you get it all?
I know, because the volumes of what we manufacture now have become quite large. Basically, we get stuff from what's called a rag house or a clothing recycler, which is just basically the graveyard of clothing. Where, I know, do you love those? Trust me, darling, it's turned into this jacket.
I can't believe that.
We would take, okay, don't give it away. Okay, so basically, when you have charities that are looking to use your used clothing, donate the clothing, please, because the only thing, if you want to be green, do not put clothing in the garbage. If it goes in the garbage, it's over. And when I say clothing, I mean everything from top to bottom to underneath. Everything should be recycled. There are clothing places where you can
said everything. You mean everything,
I mean
without having to say all of these things.
Fill it in the blanks.
What charity is going to take my underwear?
Well,
great.
Basically, it's all in bags, correct? You drop it into bags, you drop it into bins. Those bins and bags will get weighed, and they're sold to a clothing recycler.
Okay.
And the charity will be paid money for as much poundage.
Okay.
So the more weight goes...
You buy those...
I don't buy it. I don't buy it at that point because I really don't need your underwear, Dave. Can't do much with that. But what they do is the clothing recycler will then sort it. So it becomes into cottons and into wools, into things. A lot of the clothing will go to third world countries. That's the main bulk of the business.
Great.
A lot of part will be turned into rags and things like that. Cotton would get tanned into that. Okay. They'd also take it apart for original fibers. Then they will also sell it to people like me. In one season, we would purchase about 100,000 wool sweaters.
Oh my goodness.
Just to do our fall collection. About, 50,000 pairs of pants.
Okay, so show us how this comes about.
Well, this is a good example. We do a lot of work with sweaters. So this is one of our best-selling sweaters.
Oh my
gosh,
I love this.
So cute. This is actually made from 4 vintage sweaters. This style of our sweater, we would run about 4,000.
I may need to try this on as you're talking.
Is there a boy version?
There is a boy version. Yeah. There is. We're just launching our men's line. But this is just to sort of give you an idea. Little trade secrets here. This is sort of a pattern. See, what we would do is we would design like any other design house. But instead of going to buy bolts of fabric, we buy thousands of pairs of pants. We take the pants or the old sweaters, cut them up to make them fabric, then put our pattern pieces on it. So this style alone, we did 4,000 units of it last season. Not 2 were ever the same.
And it comes from not old underwear, but vintage clothing.
Stop spreading these rumors.
And these pieces of paper that you spread out.
Exactly. We would take these old sweaters here, we would open them all up, turn them into fabric, and it would create this sweater.
What about kids' clothes?
We just launched a kids line. It's called Mimi. It's a little girl's line.
Which is your daughter's name, I know.
I know, she's pretty excited. Not many 5-year-olds.
It's a little girl's line, but there are little boys coming too.
Okay. Well, where can people get more information about your products?
Well, we can go to preloved.ca.
Okay.
It's our website.
And it sounds like they can buy them practically everywhere as well.
Yeah,
so don't throw away your clothes. Recycle. We're gonna actually play.
Thank you. Well, thank you. We're gonna play a video for Beth, who would like to hear the Higgins "Free Like Love" by request.